come and vibe with me. Ladies and gentlemen, I need about 4 minutes out of your life.
I love hip-hop, and I figured since you watched a film about hip-hop revolution, it's only right to go through the 5 pillars of hip-hop as our discussion. And so first, I'm not going to assume that everyone in the audience knows what the 5 pillars of hip-hop is, so I'll say that first and then go through the discussion progressively. So we have the DJing, you have the breakdancing, you have your graffiti artists, you have your MCs, and then you have knowledge. And Afrika Bambaataa introduced that around the 1970s, 1980s, on the back of Kool Herc and all the different inspirational people who founded hip-hop in the States. So that's just a quick history about that. So first and foremost, let's start with knowledge of self.
I think the biggest thing about this film, to me, is the fact that even though they were learning and they were growing up and they're still quite young, it's the fact that they could take bits of American culture and their understanding of hip-hop culture and transfer it to their particular personal issues of being in Africa, being in South Africa, and going through that kind of that turmoil and seeing what's in front of them. And I think when they talk about knowledge of themselves, it's the fact that because I was brought up here and I didn't have any African history in school or Caribbean history. And I think for them, for South Africans, I think obviously they're getting such a kind of twisted history of themselves, because even when, I can't remember his name.
I think I remember the statement you're talking about. I actually wrote it down. That he said black people did something else from what we were told.
Yeah, when he said, when I learned something about the pyramids, it was like, you could see, it was like a shock to him. And then when they thought, I'm getting the hang of this, I'm beginning to, be able to get my technique of graffiti to a certain standard, or my rapping to a certain standard, or whatever it may be, then you can say, well, actually, I'm going to use this to make it mean something. And I think that's what most people misunderstand. They think it's what they see on TV. And I'm quite glad everybody's talking about the 5 elements of hip-hop, because I think even Afrika Bambaataa, he says, it's the knowledge, wisdom and understanding that is the base of all of the elements. And I think that's what that film really does show.
When you're in an oppressed society or in an oppressed situation, do you think that these people who look to hip-hop for a sort of direction or salvation, they're the ones who tend to remember these 5 elements? And do you think that the 5 elements of hip-hop allow for growth beyond what these 5 elements were originally? And do you think that they potentially hold hip-hop as a culture from growing and diversifying?
I'm not quite sure if the 5 elements are, well, I think it's good to know, because today I was edified and I knew that, the roots of it. But I think hip-hop is part of a creative force, it's part of a creative field, it's more than even just hip-hop on its own. It comes within a context, within a history. Hip-hop comes from a people. It comes from out of an experience of marginalization. And you're right about an experience of oppression and how we respond to oppression. So I think hip-hop is best seen, for me anyway, I look at it in a sociological context of people who are oppressed and how people rally against oppression using creativity, which is what I'm all about. So I don't know about the 5 elements. I think it's very important to know about them, but I don't think it stops them from growing.
Jahazil, did I say it right? This is the power of hip-hop, right? So you came on, you did your thing, and the power of hip-hop is that I felt what you were saying. The beat was tight, your singer was amazing wherever she is. And so that's the essence of hip-hop, it's about the feeling. And it doesn't matter, well, it kind of does to me what you're saying, because the message of what you were saying was incredibly powerful. You were talking about something positive, and even the title of your album, Ready to Live, as opposed to, see, I nearly said it, Ready to Die, of course, Biggie's album. And that, I think, is really the essence of hip-hop. So we can intellectualize it all day long, but I really believe ultimately it's about the power of that feeling that evokes in you. And I thought the film was incredible, just because whilst I was living my parallel existence, growing up in the UK, wearing the African medallions, they were in Africa, having like a parallel experience. And again, that's the power of hip hop, so thank you.